Hi.
Hello.
This is JK Not Really podcast. I'm Kurt.
I'm Jacqueline.
And today we have so much to talk about. Again,
Of
everything
course.
has happened.
Oh, yeah.
So first, the Pope Francis died.
Yeah, that was sad.
He died yesterday.
Yeah, I woke up to the news. That was sad.
He was a very progressive Pope for the Catholic Church, acknowledging gay Catholics, and
Yeah, he was.
he was a good Pope.
Yeah, he's going to be sorely missed.
So he was visited the day before he died by 3 ghosts. Just kidding.
The 3 ghosts. One big ghost.
He was visited by JD Vance,
Vance went to go and visit with him.
our
And
vice president.
yeah, and then the next day he dies.
And then he dies the next day.
Oh,
I
God.
think that, not to get into stuff we're going to talk about, but I think that this is a conspiracy theory that JD Vance arranged for the Pope to die.
Oh, God. No.
So that we could all be distracted from Pete Hegseth leaking everything. Signalgate. Signalgate 2.
2, yeah.
Which we will talk about later
get to
on.
that.
But
I don't know how true that is, Kurt. That's the big theory. Yeah. But I don't know. What did the Pope talk to him about? Maybe the Pope was so depressed.
The Pope didn't actually talk to him very much because he wasn't feeling very good.
Well,
but
obviously, yes.
He did have JD Vance get a lecture on compassion.
By who? One of his
people.
One of his people.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I hope.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to work. But
Yeah, the Pope is. Can you
please stop? Oh my God. So he just the day after the Pope just decides, I think the world's going to hell, so I might as well exit today.
It's like never a good sign when the Pope dies,
Yeah,
though.
well, yeah.
So.
Yeah, I know.
But I hear there's going to be pushes for a more conservative Pope.
That's very
we'll
possible.
see.
Very
I mean,
possible.
He was a good Pope. He was a good Pope, and he will be missed. I hope that he rests in peace.
Rest in peace.
So we will be selecting a new Pope, so that'll be in the news probably, if we have room in the news to even talk about the Pope.
Well, it will be important, though. Yes, we will talk about it. That's not going to happen for about another 7 days or something like that. So that'll be something we'll talk about. But anyway, rest in peace, and yeah, going to be missed. Okay.
First, we'll talk about the ongoing issues with immigration and Abrego Garcia.
That's right.
The senators went to El Salvador.
One senator did, and I
One
think
senator.
his name is Van Hollen, Senator Van Hollen. He went maybe a couple days ago, 3 days ago, I'm not sure. But he went to go visit, and he wanted to see him. And at first, they wouldn't let him see him. But then, breaking news, they allowed him to go visit with him. So they basically staged where the actual visit was. It was a table, they were having water and I think a couple of margaritas at the same time. No, I'm just
They
joking.
had some margaritas.
But they made it look all pleasant, and he was dressed in a plaid shirt, jeans, and a cap. And the guy sitting there, and I don't know, it was staged.
This is what pisses me off. Okay, so a senator goes, and then the senator shows up to a foreign country. They're treated with some diplomatic respect. They're a senator. So El Salvador rolls out the prisoner in, even if to do like a propaganda margarita nacho
Lunch, whatever they had.
whatever was happening. But so you can get the prisoner out of the security prison. They can do it.
Yes.
Because if a senator can show up and throw their weight around like that, you don't think the president can?
Oh, the president can. He could call him up and say, send him back. We're
He
paying
wouldn't-
$14 billion, $1 million, something like that.
He could 100% get him out. And the fact that he is not facilitating Abrego Garcia's return just shows that he's directly defying the Supreme Court's ruling.
Yeah, the ruling.
So I think like the whole Van Hollen visit is good because honestly I was putting my money on he was dead.
Yeah.
So now we know he's not dead.
So we know he's not dead. But then, since then, there was 4 representatives that actually went out there too. I don't know if they've gotten to see him.
No.
But them going out there, I think, is a good thing, and they're going to push for his release. And it was Representative from Arizona, Anzari, and then Dexter from Oregon, and then Representative Frost from Florida, and then Garcia from California. So that was good. I'm glad they're going over there and they're trying. We're not going to give up on this issue.
Something.
We can't allow this to happen. He has to have some accountability.
Even if he's like MS-13 and a criminal, whatever, he is due his due process.
Exactly.
Because if we don't fight for him, we're going to be the ones that lose all of our rights.
Exactly.
And Abrego Garcia, I'm so glad that they got him on camera, but he was saying that he's suffering in that prison.
Oh, he's devastated.
That he's being traumatized. And of course he expressed sadness in his situation. So I hope that there might be something in the future coming and he gets his day in court. We'll see what happens.
Yes. I don't know, the press secretary or whatever they call her, she basically said, if we bring him back, he's only going to get deported right away to another country.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a dumb thing to
cross.
say. Oh, I hate that thing. It blinds you. All the reporters like,
she's like, the president? Yes, he said he wants to deport criminals.
Yes.
And American citizens, but only if they're criminals. And he's going to send them to the meat grinder and we're going to start eating Soylent Green. God hail the president. I hate her. Everything she says is like craziness.
I know, and her cross.
I would not want her job though, because they're always like, they're like, did the president really on a hot mic say that they're going to build 5 more prisons for the homegrowns? She's son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. Probably. Oh my God.
Did you not read The Art of the Deal?
Yes,
Okay.
did you not read? Yeah. Oh, homegrown. See, this is the whole thing. It's our.
No, he was on the hot mic.
Yeah. No, but he really, and it doesn't matter if it's a hot mic or not. He was going to say it anyway.
Send the homegrowns.
Yeah, he's going to go after everybody else, and that's why he wants to defy this, and to where he could be able to send anybody like you and me
if they're only
get kidnapped and taken away for whatever reason.
If they're only sending criminals, he should watch out because he's a criminal. He's a convicted felon.
That's why we cannot let this go, and we're not going to let this go. It's just not going to go away, no matter what they try to
But
distract.
they're like outright disregarding the Supreme Court. I know that there's some judges talking about holding them in contempt. And I would be interested to see how that goes.
Yeah, who's going to go and arrest him? And who's going to get arrested? Really, it's...
I think some cabinet members could get arrested.
You think so?
I think
But who would do the arresting? Because he owns the military, he owns the justice system.
I think the court can deputize people, or maybe they have sections of the military that will listen, but it's a court order. The judge... This is where we're going to learn that the Supreme Court... what they can actually do, if anything.
Oh my God, this is just,
It's a constitutional crisis.
It is. We're in it.
It has not ended.
No, it's not ended yet. We can't give up yet.
And Trump is smugly, not just like dodging it, but he's smugly like rubbing our faces in it that he's not going to get him.
I know. That's what I hate about it. That they walk around all smug and all his court, call them. All those guys, Dusick and dames, they all have the same smug. They're walking around like they own the fucking world. Anyway, it just drives me crazy. But there is one good news, and there is a little hope, and who's giving us that hope is Harvard. Okay? That just today, I think they were talking about the new lawsuit that Harvard is doing against the Trump administration.
And it's a retaliatory lawsuit, right? Because Harvard they've been targeted. Trump wanting to change their tax status. And also take away $2 billion in federal funding from Harvard.
And that funding goes to some needed research for Alzheimer's and then cancer research, cancer prevention and drugs, and it's important. And
I think he chose it was stupid to go after Harvard. Because Harvard, the alumni alone, the people that graduate from Harvard, the people that fund Harvard, those are some powerful people.
Powerful people. But this is what a dictator does. This is what Putin did and all the others. They go after the higher learning, the universities, because they want to be in control of what they teach. Okay? And Trump is doing it in the guise of, we're doing it because of the Semitic whatever going on there, and that they need to protect the students, and they're just out there protesting. That's what he's saying he's doing it for, but
that's not why
he's doing it. So there's 150 plus college presidents that signed a letter rebuking government overreach.
They needed to
they're coming together.
They needed to do that a long time ago. I hope that they are in time to stop this. But Harvard, good on Harvard, because they're doing what major law firms, there's some that are fighting back.
Yeah,
but most of the law firms that were threatened capitulated. The media, ABC's lawsuit, where they were just like, nobody was wanting to stand up for him. Now that he's getting to Harvard, there's going to be some resistance, and I hope that Harvard can get through it.
Yeah, it's a beacon of hope because they're powerful, and we can't allow that to happen. And it's not going to happen.
If we lose our colleges, people don't just go there for school. All of the innovative technologies, all kinds of stuff come out of these labs at Harvard and UCLA and all these different Ivy League schools.
Oh yeah,
Cancer
they're the best
research.
of the best are there.
It's going to be not just bad for the school, bad for the whole country, bad for the world.
For the world. Yep.
And it's going to be like a brain drain, right? All the people who would be doing this work at Harvard in America are going to start going to probably Israel, to the Swiss, to Sweden, Germany. Who is that person that? Scotland. They were openly inviting people to immigrate.
Yeah, they were inviting any Americans are welcome in Scotland. Yep.
But anybody would be happy with these think tanks to come to their country. And
of course.
It'll totally be a brain drain.
Yeah, and then he's pulling all the student visas, so none of these people from other countries are not going to be able to study.
I think he just doesn't like smart people.
No, I guess not, because he's not so smart.
He gets jealous because when he talks, I don't talk so good. That's Trump. Yeah, Trump doesn't talk so good.
Oh, he just rattles on. You can't even understand what he says. It's just ridiculous. We need to, oh God. Anyway.
And I love that the economy bounced. So speaking of Trump not speaking so well, he cut the tariffs down. The economy shoots up a little bit. And then this week it's back down in the shitter.
Yep.
He's ruined the economy. Single-handedly.
Exactly. I know. No one's going to want to invest in America. Nobody.
You're seeing car commercials. There's car commercials that are literally come on down to buy your Nissans because they're going to be twice as much once the tariffs hit.
This is pre-tariff price. The pre-tariff price. Buy your car. It's a pre-tariff price. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. Oh. Damn. Okay.
So hopefully Harvard can keep the fight going because we need someone to stop this maniac.
Yeah, that's what we have to do. We just got to keep fighting. I like the fact that they're gathering together all the
150 U.S. university presidents have signed a joint statement denouncing what they describe as a sustained assault on academic independence by the Trump administration. Wow.
Yep. Way to go.
And of course, Trump is saying this is all about discrimination. Because he's saying we can't discriminate against people with different political views. And are you saying that we need DEI?
Oh, God.
Diversity, equality, inclusion? Is that what you're saying, Trump? Because I thought that was a bad thing.
A bad thing.
Only if it's white Trumpers, it's okay.
Yeah, of course. It's just hypocritical. God. Yeah.
So, good job, Harvard.
Way to go, Harvard. Thank you.
Keep up the fight.
Yeah, keep up the fight. We're behind you.
Hi, thanks for listening.
Yep. So don't forget to like, share,
and subscribe.
And the little bell.
Turning on notifications or interacting with our video helps us to keep making these. And we really like doing it. So if you're enjoying it, just like, share, subscribe.
Okay, great.
Thanks. Bye. So I guess now is as good a time as any to start talking about our favorite resident barfly.
Barfly. Yeah, that's right.
Pete Hegseth, the Breakfast Club bar drinker. Pete Hegseth, shaky hand Pete Hegseth.
Oops! Oh God!
Can he just...
Look what I did!
They need to put a breathalyzer on his phone.
Oh, they definitely do. For God's sake!
But then he won't get any work done because he only exists drunk. I don't think we've ever seen a sober Pete Hegseth.
No, he's always. You could tell he's on something.
Even during when they were like, which I'm still mad because everyone confirmed him. Like all of the Republicans voted him in. This is their fault. I want no one to forget that he didn't have to be confirmed.
No, he did not.
But they did. He's completely ill-equipped for the job. Completely. And I'm sure he was drunk at that hearing when they were confirming him. He was definitely drunk.
Yeah, talking about how many... I could do 47 push-ups every day.
I know. And then his wife is there while they're like, did you rape all these people?
Yeah, and I had no comment.
There has been a lot of allegations of sexual assault coming out on him.
He's that type of guy, man. You could totally tell. Jesus.
Anyways, so he's leaked again. Unless you guys didn't know where this was going.
Yeah, the Signal chat
Signalgate.
Yeah, come on. He's used it again. And gave away information, flight times, and everything. And who did he do it to?
To his
brother,
his
lovely wife and his brother.
Wife,
hey,
his
dude,
attorney.
look what I'm doing. And to his attorney.
His priest was on there. His dog walker. His gardener. Everyone needs to know when the planes are taking off to Yemen.
Yes, exactly. And this is so bad. I know it's funny that we're making fun of it, but it is really bad because it puts our service members in danger. For God's sake, it's that simple, Mr. Pete. Jesus Christ. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He's in charge of the military. He's supposed to make us safe.
He's just trying to put one foot in front of the other and make it from the car to the chair.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just every day, he's I hope I make it. No, he's drunk. He's not just drunk, but he's ill-equipped for the job.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Also, on the point of it being dangerous for the military, like all of these foreign agents, like Russia, Iran.
They're listening in.
Oh, they're
totally
they know
listening
who
in.
the weakest link is.
It would be stupid to think that they're not. I'm sorry, China, everybody.
They're
listening in.
Whose phone should they be tapping or who should they be watching? Pete Hegseth is the weakest link.
Oh, big weak link.
So I hear that there's talks of that this is it for him. I'm losing my bet on the Trump cabinet resignation bingo card because I thought the first one would be the Secretary of
Defense?
No, the travel secretary. What's his name? The guy from Road Rules.
Oh, him. Yeah.
I thought he would be the first one.
Yeah, I thought so. But I guess even he yelled at the administration. What are you doing, man? I can't cut. I need all the traffic controllers. I need them. Duh.
Okay, but can we just back to Pete Hegseth because yes, he's completely ill-equipped to do his job. I'm not as scared of him being where he is than I am of RFK.
Oh,
because that's a job
that's Mr. Worm in your brain person.
The military, I think, can somewhat function with a crazy drama queen, like leaking information and being dangerous and all that. But RFK is going to kill us all.
He's going to kill us with the measles. I forgot everybody's going to get the measles, and we're all going to, I guess you can die from it. Yeah, you could die
They should just put Pete Hegseth there. Maybe he'd do a better job. I'd be less worried, which is sad to say. I'd be less worried of Pete Hegseth running the Department of Health.
He would do the new, what is it, the recommendations for over drinking. Make that number larger.
Yeah. You can blow a .18 and you won't go to jail.
And you won't go to jail. Or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty sad if you have to say that. It's pretty sad.
But I think he's on his way out. They're talking about his replacement. Trump is not, but I hear in the back, I don't think Trump makes decisions.
I really don't think so either. I think he's just there to mumble and act like a pretend dictator.
The people that are showing up to work are realizing this is not sustainable. We can't have Pete Hegseth texting his gardener the access codes to the Pentagon.
Exactly, or whatever. Jesus, does he have the code to? Is he one of the other guys like in the movies for the nuclear when you're gonna press
I'm
the
sure
button?
he has the key.
Is he the one that has the other key? You have to have 2 keys or 3 keys.
Oh.
Trump has the football, right? That's what they call it, the football.
And then he's got one of the...
And the cleat. And I think the Secretary of Defense is the other guy. Am I right? I'm gonna have to research that. Now that's scary.
He's
gonna be like.
He's probably swinging that key around at the bar every night. Just like,
Look at me, man. I'm the dude, man. I'm the dude. Yeah.
Oh, God.
This is scary, and we are not safe with him there.
Okay, but can someone please check on all of the bartenders in D.C. because they know too much.
Oh, they probably do.
They know too much.
They could write a book.
Pete Hegseth is telling them everything.
I know, huh?
But probably,
oh my God.
You go to a bar in D.C., it's probably some Russian agent in there, some sleeper cell.
Probably.
That's what I would do if I were Russia. Replace the bartenders. We'll get them.
Oh my God. Don't give them any ideas, but you know what? They probably listen in and hear it and they go, this isn't happening. It's not real. This can't be real. This can't be real. So
they probably don't even have to tap the phone. They probably get a direct text message. They're like,
no, he texted them.
just told me when the planes are taking off in Yemen. Okay. Is this a trick? They wouldn't be that stupid. They're just trying to catch us with their pants down.
Exactly. Oh my God.
It's real.
That's so funny. Oh man.
So the DNC goes on Twitter or something and like posts like Pete Hegseth needs to be stopped. This is insane. Like the signal stuff has to stop.
It has to stop.
He responds all in caps like he does because he's over there with his phone, probably like this.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's writing and he's, all you Democrats care about is DEI, transgender, and bringing illegals across the border. Like he said something like that. And so the DNC...
That's not an answer to that.
No. So the DNC posts this picture of an iPhone screen, but it's all blurry and it's like, point of view of Pete. He's all drunk on his phone.
Really? Is that true? Oh my God.
The Democrats gave him a solid burn.
God.
Good job.
Whoever did that. Yeah, that's great. That's funny. Oh my God.
Man.
Well.
So he also, we should mention that before the leak, Pete Hegseth is also, he's falling apart at the seams. I think he's very, what's the word, paranoid of who on his team is making these leaks or telling everyone.
That's right, because he was saying,
and those people are patriots, because everyone should know. But he's firing, look, he fired his chief of staff.
Yes.
He also fired his deputy secretary of defense.
Oh, wow.
And his senior advisor, chief of staff. He fired a lot of his...
Those are his guys, though.
Yes. And he was cleaning house because he doesn't know who's leaking.
Oh. And so so that's why his response was...
Who keeps telling people that I'm accidentally messaging all this stuff on...
And so he's denying it and saying that these are just disgruntled, fired employees, that they're just leaking all this.
And they're probably not
lies.
even the ones. He's the one leaking everything.
He's the one that leaks it. He's the one that should be fired. He should fire himself.
Yeah.
He's the leaker.
That's what they're all like. You can fire us, but we know that you're the one telling everyone everything.
Oh, God. Yeah.
So Pete Hegseth, get some help.
Yeah, he needs help. Yeah. He needs to go to AA.
Yeah. Get on that horse.
Get on the horse, yeah.
Hi.
Okay. Dems 2.0, ignite the fight.
The Democrats.
Again, after this last weekend, last Saturday, they had another nationwide protest, and everybody's showing up.
Even more people this time.
Even more people this time. So.
Well, in more cities. I don't know if it was more people than last time, but it was happening in more cities.
Oh, good.
A lot more protests.
Even in the small cities, the smallest communities that have 1,000 people that live there and 1,000 people show up. Yeah, they were showing up, and that says a lot. That's what Rachel Maddow was saying on the other day.
Do you think that
That says a lot.
they're more upset because of Trump just disregarding the orders from the Supreme Court? I think that's what's really pissing people off.
Well, I think people are worried because if he gets away with this,
It's dictatorship.
we're all at his beck and call, basically.
Well,
He could
there's
just
like
take us away.
levers of government that are supposed to work and keep him from just doing whatever he wants. And if those aren't working, are we in a free country? And I think people are realizing that.
We won't be, yeah.
But Grassley, the Senate.
Senator Grassley, he did a town hall. Poor guy, he's old. He's standing there, and they're yelling at him.
Term limits.
They're yelling at him. He's like turning away. And they were basically yelling and saying what they were saying, that same thing about how come Trump can get away with this and not abide by the ruling from the Supreme Court. Then it's your job to stop him. You're the one that created him. You could have done. And then there's this guy with the little hat on sitting back that goes, I'm pissed. He goes, I'm pissed. Bring that guy home. Bring him home. And this is Iowa, okay? That's a red state, okay?
With an ancient senator, he's just there.
I felt sorry for him. He did not know how to handle that. He was just like, even the guy screaming, the breath would make him go, woo. Like he's about to topple over.
Well, why isn't he obeying the court? He even said he would. That's what really... You can't take his word for shit, because he was like literally on the news like before the Supreme Court made this ruling.
Yeah.
He was like, if they tell me to bring him back, I'm gonna bring him back. And then they told him to bring him back, and he's like, can't.
He says, I can't. I can't tell another country what to do. It's up to
He's so full of
He's
shit.
in another country. Yeah, there was a little interview with some people from El Salvador. They were asking him their opinion, and of course, a lot of them would not go on camera and say what they really feel.
Because they'll get disappeared.
But they did say off camera that at first they feared all the gangs and all that were in the streets. You can't even walk you couldn't even walk down the streets without getting permission from the gang. It was really bad. So this president, I forget his name, he went in, he cleared everybody with no due process. So now everybody can walk in the streets. So this guy says, we don't fear the gangs anymore, but now we fear the government. And that's exactly what Trump is trying to do here. He's going to clean it all up, and maybe it'll be safer for whatever, but we're going to fear him. We're going to fear the government because we won't be able to say anything or do anything because we won't get due process. They'll just ship us away, kill us, whatever.
And I think that's why AOC and Bernie are gaining in popularity. Yeah. They're talking about bringing this all out into the open. But I think we're all like real time watching the levers of the government fail us. And we're like, oh, this is really dangerous, that there's no way to stop him. So hopefully the court figures it out. I think that there's because the court also doesn't want to lose power. You have some big egos. In the court.
Then why be a judge?
The Supreme Court is
They're going to lose their job. They're going to lose all the amenities that they get, that people who pay them and take them on great vacations and put them on the jets and stuff. They're going to lose all that because Trump isn't going to need you, Supreme Court.
Yeah, no, I think we're going to see some infighting, and I'm really going to be interested to see how that goes.
Yeah,
and hopefully Congress will...
We'll see. We just gotta
do something.
We gotta, ignite the fire. We gotta stay in it. We can't give up.
Good job, AOC. She's doing great out there.
Yes, we love her, and we love Bernie. Always loved Bernie. Okay, I guess we can wind it down.
To Prick of the Week.
Prick of the Week. God.
So there was a very obvious Prick of the Week, and he was our honorary Prick of the Week the first time we did Prick of the Week.
I know, he's going to get a lot of little. Yeah, man. We should do it.
It might be his last one.
It might be his last one. You know what? We should give it to him. We should give it to him, Kurt, because he's probably on his way out.
Pete Hegseth.
That's right. Mr. Pete.
Pete Hegseth.
Yes. Congratulations, Mr. Pete.
You're the Prick of the Week.
Prick of the Week.
You're drunk.
You're drunk. Oh.
You're a drunk prick.
And then I think we should do a hero of the week. And that is obvious. This week's hero is
University.
Thank you, Harvard, and congratulations. Way to go.
Way to swing your weight around.
Swing it around.
Let's get him.
Let's get him. Go, Harvard.
I hope they sue the crap out of him.
Yep. I hope so, too. Okay. I guess that does it for us today.
Y'all, don't forget to like, share, subscribe,
and ring the little bell.
Every interaction helps us keep our channel going. And if you want to see us next week, make sure you share.
Oh, definitely.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Till
Bye.
next time.